Hi everybody, it's Russell with DieselGiant.com, and I'm doing for you today a tool review. This is a very quick review with something that I think everybody should have in their toolbox. What we're going to be talking about today is the Joe's Racing tire pressure gauge. This goes from 0 to 60 psi. The reason that I want to talk about this is because of this right here. If the camera can pick it up, this gauge is actually made in the USA. I looked long and hard to try to find one that wasn't made in China, that didn't cost $200 or $300. This gauge right here is, as I said, it's an analog gauge, so there's no batteries. If you can see the green right here on the face, it'll actually glow in the dark. It's got two different types of chucks. It comes with an angled chuck on there, and it's also got this straight chuck. See if I can get the camera to pick up the face of the gauge. It's got I think this is around a 2.5, 2.25 inch dial face. And what is really cool about this is it's got this pressure release button. So when you're checking your tire pressure, and let's say that it's too high, you can just hit this button a little bit, let some air out. You don't have to keep taking the chuck on and off. Now, as far as accuracy, a lot of guys that go to the tracks use the Joe's products. So this I would say would be an entry-level gauge. If you do anything that's very tire sensitive, like autocross racing, drag racing, this would be great to have. The size of the gauge, it's probably a little bit too big to go into your glove box, but it's something you can easily throw in your toolbox. If you're taking this to the track with you, if you're out on the trail, throw this in a bag with your other tools or your carry box, and I think this would be a great addition. You know, in this day and age, 2014, it's hard to try to find stuff, especially like tire gauges, that are made in the USA anymore. Most of the tire gauges that you buy now, whether they're the mechanical pencil type or they're the electronic ones, which are fine, are made in China. That's just the way it is now. So anytime I can find a really good product that's actually made in this country, I want to tell you guys about it. So you can order this gauge. I'm going to give you the part number here. It's the 32307 tire pressure gauge. Comes in a blister pack like this. It's Joe's Racing. Get a shot of that. And I don't think you guys, if you've got a cheap tire gauge, now you can have a good one. Make sure to check your tire pressure once a week, especially in the winter. Okay guys, tool reviews are a little pointless without actually using the tool where you can see it. Now here is the normal standard electronic Chinese made auto parts store variety gauge that you can get anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test the tire pressure with this, and then we're going to test the tire pressure with the Joe's Racing gauge. It should be more accurate than this, so let's find out. Okay, this is reading, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's reading 32.0. And now we'll use our Joe's Racing. The thing that I like about this is that it has a swivel chuck, so you're not fighting with the hose. So get the gauge where you want to read it, and then you've got the swivel chuck. And we're looking at 31 psi. So if I wanted to let some air out, I just hit this. Bring it down to 30 if I want. Now with this kind of gauge, it doesn't have a momentary hold on it when you release the chuck from the tire. So just remember, just put the chuck on there. It's very easy to use, and I think you guys are really going to like this, and I don't think you could go wrong having this in your toolbox. Just remember, when the air pressure goes up when it gets hot, air pressure goes down when it goes cold. So that can affect tire wear and handling on your car. So I hope that this quick review will help you guys, and I don't sell these. I'm just letting you guys know what's out there. Just put that in Google search engine. You may be able to find these on Amazon. You can go to Joe's Racing Products directly, I'm sure, and buy this. There are other parts vendors that sell these, so you guys check it out. And if you would, if you've had experience with this tire gauge, if you have some comments of some other gauges that may be made in the USA, I think it would help others if you would just put a comment below. And as always, rate, subscribe, be safe.